Hello viewers. So this video is basically for uh, to know that how to get started with 30 days of Google Cloud. So first of all, congratulations to everyone, those who made it till here, those who registered for this event and got the email for confirmation and credits as well. So they can start with the program now. And don't worry, those who didn't receive the email or credits, they will get it sure by the end of 2nd October. Let me tell you that the date of recording of this video is 1st of October. So till now, many of the students haven't got their emails, and there are some special cases as well where some of the students have directly got credits, 600 credits deposited into their Quick Labs account. So even they can get started with this, and they'll receive a confirmation email from Google Cloud shortly. So how to get started with this 30 days of Google Cloud, like what are the tracks which need to be completed? So for that you need to go to this website, even start with google.com/30 days of Google Cloud, and under Programs Labs tab you have to just scroll down and you'll find two tracks. First is cloud engineering track, and second one is data science and machine learning track. So to be eligible for prizes you need to complete at least one among these two tracks. So if you complete the cloud engineering track, so you'll get a black t-shirt and some laptop stickers and a certificate of cloud engineering track. And if you complete data science and machine learning track, you get a white t-shirt and some stickers for laptop. And if you complete both of these tracks, you get both the t-shirts and as well as a bag, as I have previously showed in the introduction session, like introduction to cloud. Let me show you once again. So these are the goodies. For that you have to complete it. So one more thing, uh, you might have encountered difference, like might have heard what is a skill badge and what is a quest. So let me make that clear to you. Let's go here and difference between quest and skill patch. As you can read here, quest is self-paced learning path which contains collection of labs organized by technologies or specific cloud services. So these are labs specifically designed for you all to understand the basics of cloud, and how to proceed further with that labs, and how to get the knowledge which the lab is trying to give to you. And after that you will get quest badge after completing all those labs. But this program demands skill badges, as you can see here. All the skill badges are listed here. So for that you will have to complete the quest, that is group of training labs, and plus a challenge lab. After completing the challenge lab you will get the skill badge, and this skill badge is a must for to be eligible for prizes, like the ones which you see here, the t-shirts and all. So you have to get those skill badges. So how to get that? Let's go there. Like, let me go to the syllabus and then we'll start exploring there. So this is first track. I'm referring here to cloud engineering track. So let's get started with this. Getting started, create and manage cloud resources. So let me close this tab. And so yeah, this is the first one, getting started one. Here you can see it is the introductory lab, which has 6 steps and it requires 5 hours, also 13 credits. So these credits will you have already got 600 credits, right? So from that these credits will be used. So what you have to do is you have to join to enroll this quest. And one more thing, make sure you perform all these labs in incognito mode. Now why incognito mode? Because there might be some extensions which you have installed in your browser, and that might interfere with these labs, and which would disable this lab from getting your progress. So to avoid that, we prefer using incognito mode. Now if you don't know how to open incognito mode, just open your browser, normal browser. Here you will have the option of new incognito window, so you can open it like that. So it will look like this. Okay, So after coming to this page, you have to sign in, but before that, let me show you something else. uh, See, as we can see here, it's a six-step process. So you can read this theory part. I am skipping this for now, because if I read this, the video will get too long, so you can read it on your own. So I guess you have read this part, and now let's move further. So this is quest outline. You will have these hands-on labs. You have to perform each of them, and after performing them, you will get a green tick here. So you have to complete these ones, and this is the main part. Till here, if you complete these labs, you will get a quest badge similar to this one. This is the quest badge. By the way, this is my profile. I've completed the first skill, like this is the skill badge I've completed, so I've got these. So this is the quest badge which I got by completing the labs till here, like starting from here, a tour of quick labs till setup, network, and HTTP load balancers. So, but as I mentioned earlier, this program needs skill badges. So for that, you have to complete this challenge lab, which is a must. So for that, you will require all these labs knowledge, and when you perform all these, you can easily do this lab. So make sure you note all the commands which you learn here on a separate pen or paper, on a separate paper, or maybe some notepad which you are using for keeping your notes. So that would be handy while solving this lab. So let me show you by signing in. I'll sign in with my Google account. Let's just wait till it gets loaded. Okay, so now I'm signed in. So it will tell you to enroll in this program. Right now I've completed the program, the quest, so it's showing me here. And also I have learned a skill, earned a skill patch, so it's showing me like this. But let me show you how it will show to you. I've enrolled in this, so I'll not go there. Just for reference, I'll take this third one, and here it will show you like this. So you have to enroll in this quest and then perform all these labs. Okay, so yeah, this is the first one. And as I said earlier, after you complete these quests, you'll get this tick marks. So now remember to read all this, because you have to complete any one of these. So it's great if you complete both the labs, but if you want to stick to one, then you can prefer any one of them. Okay, so then after completing this is the main part where you complete your lab, challenge lab, and then you get a skill badge as previously shown here. This is a skill badge. Okay, so for today's video, I'll be showing with you this creating a virtual machine lab, because you might have already completed this lab for gaining credits, or at least for introduction while creating the account, your public profile. So let me open this, and yes, this is the lab for creating a virtual machine. Now let me tell you, the interface for all the labs will be kind of similar, according the same as this one. And there will be some commands there which you have to read, like what they have to tell, and then perform according to the lab. We'll see while we start the lab. And you have to read all this theory, which is important for you in order to complete the challenge lab. I won't be covering the theory part here much, because all this part is self-explanatory. If you read all this theory, you'll get to know what they are trying to say. And also they have an excellent documentation where when you can go and read more about it in detail. So you will get brief information about what and that actually is, and how you can perform that labs as well. Okay, so skipping that part for now. Also you have a great YouTube video as well, wherein you can go and check for what the lab has to provide. Like it will show you, the instructor will tell you what is the requirement of this lab and how you can perform it. Okay, So here these are the tabs which you can directly jump into. And one more thing, here you can see this yellow one. If you click on this, these are the checkpoints. So I'll discuss more about it in just a minute after we start the lab. And remember to check your credits here. Yeah, I have used some of them because I've completed some of the quests and skill badges, so it has been used. But you, while starting your first lab, like this might be the first lab which will be where you'll be using your credits. So you'll have 600 credits right now, assume. And then when you start this lab, I've already done this lab. So one more thing I wanted to tell you, that this lab, whenever you perform a lab which includes credits, so it will consume credits once more. Like while I did this lab, it took 1 credit of mine. So but for demonstration purpose for this video, I am again doing this lab. So again, 1 credit will be deducted from my account. So please make a note of that. And if you fail in this lab, like you were doing this lab and some network issue occurred or something or the other happened, so you could not complete the lab in this time duration, like 40 minutes. So no worries, you can attempt it again, but you'll lose your credit, 1 credit. So let me show you that. Yeah, while doing this, some network issue happened at my end, so I could not complete it. So it shows incomplete assessment. But after that, when I performed, it took 1 more credit of mine, but I could complete the lab. Yes. So this, but let me tell you, this whatever I told right now is applicable only for these quests. I repeat, this whatever I told right now is only applicable for these quests, not for challenge labs. Now, if something or the other, or some network issue happens at your end while doing this challenge lab, you, after you log in, after you get logged out from this challenge lab and again log in, you'll face something like this error. Like when you sign in, your account will be blocked because they will feel that you have done something wrong or tried something misleading which should not have been done. So you'll receive this error, like for security reasons they'll block your account. So uh, try to complete this lab in one sitting. Like whenever you start, uh, utilize your full time to complete that lab. And avoid moving here and there while performing the lab. So that would be there. I'll tell you how to solve this issue if your account gets blocked, but in a short while. So let's move forward. Okay, so we'll start this lab. When you click on start this lab, you have to click on I'm not a robot and select all these with checkboxes. Okay, so here it will tell you that this lab costs 1 credit, whatever, and whatever credits you have right now, and you can launch with 1 credit. Okay, I'm launching it right now. It will take some time, and after that you will receive your credentials here. Okay, so now you have to follow all these steps mentioned here. So you have to read it one by one and then follow. Like you have to open Google Console as it mentions here. To open, then you will be directed to sign in page. You have to use these credentials, not your Gmail credentials. Now we almost everyone has a habit of using their Gmail, your own personal Gmail credentials, while you see this Google sign in page. See, even this Google Chrome is prompting me to use my email address because I use it most often. But make sure you use these credentials only, because these are restricted only to this lab. Okay, so it's a must that you use these credentials. Okay, so let me copy this and paste it here. Next, and copy the password, paste. Don't worry, if this password is visible, you might be thinking that there might be some privacy issues. No worries, because after I end this lab, this account automatically gets destroyed. So you won't find an account after I end this lab. Okay, so that won't be an issue. So when I click on next, it will tell me to accept this term and conditions. You read it if you have some time, but your time is running here. Please make a note of that. Okay, so I accept it for now, and you have to just confirm it. You don't have to add any recovery phone number or email, because this is just a temporary account, valid only for this lab. Okay, and allow it some time to get loaded, and uh, to load it for the first time. And this is the interface for Google platform, and you will have something like this, like it will welcome you and tell you to select a country and agree to your terms of service. By default, it will come to India, according to the location and where you're living, like that. And after selecting that, you will see the dashboard like this. So let's move further. We have done the sign in. We Yeah, if you have multiple accounts signed in, so you have to use another account every time you use this. Like, there might be some instance that you are performing a lab simultaneously, one after one, so you will have something like this, like you use the previous credentials, so you have to sign in with that. No, you have to use another account and use these credentials provided here. Okay, so after that, we have performed all these steps of accepted terms and conditions. Okay, so now this is the Google Cloud platform. So now it tells us to activate Cloud Shell. So Cloud Shell, you can read about Cloud Shell here and what all it has to provide. So let's go and activate it. So it's, as I said earlier, this lab is self-explanatory. Not only this, but all the labs present on this Quick Labs platform are self-explanatory. So you have to just follow the instructions carefully and perform all those steps. Okay, so yeah, before proceeding further, let me tell you, you have to read this caution very well. Like, when you are in console, do not deviate from the lab instructions. Doing so may cause your account to be blocked. Again, this might be a case where your account gets blocked, like you are doing something or trying something which is not mentioned in the lab, or you are misusing the resources which the lab has to provide. So that may lead to your account blockage. Okay, so avoid doing that. Stick to the instructions which are provided in the lab itself. Okay, so I guess that part is clear. Now let's proceed further to activate our Cloud Shell. So here, let me go ahead, and this is the Cloud Shell. We now activate it. So it will take some time, because this is the first time that we are activating it. And you can read this, like this is an interactive shell where you can manage all your projects from your directly from your web browser. And yeah, you can use the Gcloud command as well. So you have to just click on continue. I'll just make it a bit larger so that you can see clearly, and allow it some time to get it loaded. Now it's establishing connection. Okay, so now the Cloud Shell is ready. So for your visibility, I'll show you, just increase the font. Yeah, now it's a bit larger. Okay, so let's get back here. Now that we have continued, so we'll see an interface like this. So yeah, let me tell you, this Quick Labs GCP 00 is your student ID. Okay, you have to verify this every time you start a lab. From where, refer this and this will be same every time. Also refer this and this. Okay, Google has GCP 0096 and whatever. So let me bring it here. So yeah, here it is GCP 009C6, and yes, it's the same. Okay, so now we can proceed further. Make sure this ID and this Cloud Console ID matches, because if it doesn't match, your progress will not be tracked. Like you perform all the experiments here, but you have something further, which I'll show you, that it checks whether you have performed all those steps or not, and it reflects your score here. When you click on check my progress, it will check from here. So you need, for that you need to have this and this ID same, then only it will check your progress along the checkpoints. So please make a note of that. And now let's proceed further. So now you have to use these commands which I mentioned here, and for description they have mentioned it all here. You can read it and get a understanding of it, like what it has to offer. Okay, now just paste it here. Now, Gcloud auth list tells us to authorize this terminal for the first time. Like we are authorizing this terminals to use our resources for the Google Cloud platform. So you have to just authorize it, and yes, now it's authorized. Your student active account, this one, and it's now activated, up and running. Now, see, you will have this output like this shown here. Okay, so this is how our count is shown, and every time you perform a lab, make sure you watch out the timer, like how much time is remaining, so that you can keep a track of your speed and how much you have to cover. Okay, so we still have time, so we can proceed further and by explaining each and every topic. Okay, great. So now you have to check for your project ID. Okay, and one more thing to remember, these are the basic commands. Like you will need these commands every time when you perform the lab. So I would recommend you writing it somewhere in a notebook or some paper or the note or some notepad, which you refer every time, so that you can refer to these commands and perform the labs accordingly. Okay, so let me go here and copy that and paste it here. So yeah, it's project ID shows me here, and I can verify it once again, cross check it. It's better to cross check the project ID before doing anything else, so that we can keep our progress safe. Okay, so now understanding regions and zones. If you have attended the introduction session by Ms. Sakshi Nasha, a cloud lead, so you'll get to know what are these zones and why are these zones made. So don't worry if you have not attended the session. You can just go to youtube.com and search for DSCDYPCOE. Okay, let me show you. So this is our channel, and here you'll find this video, kickstart the journey for cloud9. So here you can see the video of this cloud program, and how and the basics of required for all these labs are covered in this video. So I recommend you watching this video, so that all your concepts regarding cloud, all the basic concepts are clear. Okay, so let's get back here, and you I guess now you have a basic idea of what the regions and zones are. You can also read here, and let's proceed further. Also, you can read the documentation part as well. Now you have to create an instance from Cloud Console. So it's nicely written here how to do that. You have to just go to navigation menu, compute engine, and VM instances. So let's follow that. This is the navigation menu. Let me just go back. Navigation menu, compute engine, and VM instances. Navigation menu, compute engine, and VM instances. Okay, allow it some time to load. Yeah, so now let's follow the instructions. Okay, so now it gives us a pop-up to create a new instance similar to this. Okay, yes, this means that we are proceeding in the right direction. Great. So yeah, we created it, and now it will ask us for some details. So what are the details which we need to provide? That are mentioned here. You have to put the name GCE Lab. So let's do that. GCE Lab. Okay, great. Now region US Central 1. US Central 1. Okay, great. Zone US Central 1 C. It's A here, so let's select C. Okay, US Central 1, US Central 1 C. Great. Now series N1. Series N1. Okay, cool. Now machine type N1 standard 2. Now it's N1 standard 1. We'll select N1 standard 2. Two virtual CPUs, each of 7.5 GB memory. Okay, great. Now boot disk. New 10 GB standard persistent disk and OS images Debian. OS images new 10 GB standard persistent and it's Debian. Linux 10. Okay, here it's mentioned Linux 9. So we'll change it and select Linux 9 stretch and select. Okay, so don't worry if you don't understand these terms or like you don't get these terms. You, after this lab gets over, you can just go to this documentation and read a bit more about it, so get an idea of what is a region exactly or what is a zone. So this will get your doubts cleared, because this is itself a big topic to explain, so which would not be covered in this lab because we have a timer running. So you can read the documentation here, and if you have any doubts regarding on this, you can contact our cloud lead and she'll guide you further about clearing all your doubts. Okay, so now we had come up till boot disk. Okay, it's Debian 9. Now firewall allow HTTP traffic. We have to check that box. Okay, it's here. Cool. Now we have to just click on create. Let's do that. And it's creating, and let's wait. It has to select or allocate some resources for providing this creating this virtual machine instance, so it needs some time for that. So you have to give it some time so that it gets created. Till then you can read this, and for now I'll just cut this. And yeah, after it gets created you will get a tick mark and it says this instance is running. Now let's go back here. You'll see like this. Okay, so now to SSH into virtual machine, click on SSH on the right hand side. This launches SSH client. Now again, I'll not go much deep into SSH, but you can have a look after this lab gets over, like what is SSH and what are the features it provides. Okay, so now we are into that lab. Let's follow the instructions. Okay, so this means now we are in that virtual machine. So now we have to install an Nginx web server. Don't worry if you don't know about Nginx web server, you can search it along, because that would also take up some time in explaining that. And as you know, this timer is running, we have to complete in that time only. So I'll just follow these steps mentioned here, like copy these commands and paste it here. Now we are into root. And one more thing to tell, these commands are Linux commands, so it's a basic thing or prerequisite thing if you know Linux commands well. But don't worry if you don't know, you'll learn them along the way, like while performing the labs you'll get an idea of what these commands do actually. And how you can perform those commands in this Google Cloud Lab. Okay, so these are all the Linux commands. For third year students, they are already learning it in their operating system subject, so yeah, they can take reference from that. Okay, so now it's completed. We can verify it from the output here. See, yeah, in release. Okay, great. So now we have to install the server. Let's paste it here. Let's go, and it's unpacking. Delta and dismiss this. Okay, so now it's complete. Okay, we'll just verify. It's similar to this. Yes, it's similar to this. Okay, so now we'll just copy this. We have to check whether our server is now up and running. For that, we'll use this command. Now these are all Linux commands, so you can have a look at them. And for now, we'll just follow what this lab says and verify this from here. So now let's see root master process now. Okay, root bin www. Okay, great. So yes, now we will proceed further. Like now we have established a web server. Now to see it in action, like how this server works or how it is running, we have to go to this external IP, which is mentioned here, and just click on it. So now as we install our Nginx server, it's up and running here. Okay, see, we have to click here, and after that we'll get this shown here like this. Okay, so now this comes point where you have to check your progress. So that's where this ID comes into picture. Like this and this one needs to be same. If it's not same, your progress won't be checked. Like you will get like something is incomplete or missing and all. So now for now it's same, so let's check the progress and see whether we have completed all the steps mentioned accordingly. And yes, we have completed. So here you can see now my progress scores changed from uh, 0 to 50. Now I have a second milestone to complete as well. So let's proceed further. This will be similar for all the labs, so make sure you perform all the steps followed above, mentioned above, so that you get this progress checked. Okay, so now we'll create a new instance with Gcloud. Okay, let's copy this command here, and where do we have to paste it? Create a new virtual machine instance from command line using Gcloud. Okay, great. So here is our Cloud Shell. Let's paste it and enter. Let me tell you what this command has to tell. This is Gcloud, the keyword for using Google Cloud Terminal, and this basically tells to create an instance of this virtual machine. Like we created a virtual machine instance using the UI provided here, but now we'll be creating it using the Cloud Shell. So here it mentions the machine type, which is N1 standard 2, which we selected earlier using the drop down, and also the zone, that is US Central 1C, which we selected earlier using the drop down. Okay, so after we do this, we'll get some output, something like this. So let's verify whether it is like this. Yes, it's like that, the same. GC Lab 2 US Central 1C, N1 standard 2, internal IP, external IP, and the states. See, it's the same. So now again we'll check our progress and see whether we are on the right track or not. Let's check it, and yes, we are now on the right track. Now let's see here. Now yes, our score gets updated, and now it's 100 on 100. Great. So now we have completed, almost came to an end of this lab. So yes, if you want to read more about what is Debian 9 and what are the different machine types according to your need and how you can customize them, here are the links given to them, and they have a great documentation on that. So do read that so that you will get more information about the machine types, so that you can perform the labs much more easily and next steps. So again, next, these are the subsidiary steps which you'll be needing in further labs. Do read them, and now let's check whether our next instance is created or not from here. So I guess I'll have to refresh this page. Wait. Let's see. Okay, what it says. We have created the instance. Okay. So for if you need more help, you can just use this command here, paste it, and press enter. It will give you more information like what are all the features it does provide and what all commands can you run using this. Okay, now I'll quit. So I pressed Q button on keyboards to quit that interface. Now I'm out of that. Okay, you can read this, but you'll have to perform it from next lab. Okay, so to exit help, yes, also you can press Ctrl C as well, as mentioned here. Okay, so now let's check for these. We have to go to navigation menu, compute engine, and VM instances. Navigation menu, compute engine, and VM instances. Again, I'll click here. So yes, now we can see our second instance, GCE Lab 2, which we created using the terminal. That's Cloud Shell, and this was the first one which we created using this UI, Google Cloud. Okay, so yes, now first what we did to enter into this GC lab, we use the SSH here to connect to that lab or virtual machine. But now for doing this here, we'll use the command line, the commands present here. Okay, so for that we'll just copy here, paste it, and we press on yes, so that will create a directory. And for passphrase we have to press enter for no passphrase, and again to confirm, because we'll follow all the instructions mentioned by them accordingly. So yes, so they put no passphrase, and then yes, you're now SSH into that machine. Okay, great. So far so good. Okay, great. So after connecting, if you want to disconnect from that SSH directly by you can do that by directly typing exit. Okay, so now that connection is closed. Now you're disconnected from that virtual machine. Okay, so this means that you can use both the command line as well as the GUI provided by Google Cloud to use that, or more preferably the web console, which you can use to create the virtual machine instance. Okay, so now let's test our knowledge. So through which of the following ways you can create a virtual machine instance in compute engine? So yes, we can use both of them. Click submit. Yes, that's correct. So now it says congratulations that you have completed the first quest of this challenge. Okay, great, awesome. So now we have completed this. So before doing anything else, let's just end our lab. Okay, and don't cut this tab unless you click on submit here, or else your progress won't be tracked. So put whatever stars you want. I'll just put 4, and I'll write it was awesome. So now submit. Now your lab is complete. So how can you know if you have completed the labs or not? Just like let me show you here. Just go back right here and go to my learning tab and scroll down a bit, and here you'll see the completed labs. Okay, this is what we have completed. Like, it shows 26 minutes because we started it 26 minutes ago. So yes, it tells us that we completed 26 minutes ago. And for the future labs as well, you'll see all these labs which I've found. If you want to view the complete history, just click on view all labs, complete labs. You'll see that. Okay, so this is the process for doing the first lab. Similarly, you have to do other labs as well, like this. They have the similar kind of interface and the commands, so you can perform them easily, and all of them are self-explanatory. Okay, so yes, you have to follow these steps. And if you see here, so yes, one of my credit is now deducted. Okay, so yes, now those who have not got the credits yet, so you have to do all the process mentioned in the email, and do that in incognito mode, and do this tour of quick labs. uh, if you don't get it in the first attempt, try it after some time so that you can get it. As you can see here, I had to do it 3 times before I got this 600 credits. So you have to keep on trying and have patience, but also make sure that you not try the labs at least for more than 4 times or so, because if doing so, it will make an attempt, a false attempt, like you are trying to misuse the resources, and it may lead to blockage of your account. So do limit the number of attempts, and if you have any queries, you can just ping me up or contact me. So let me show you one thing. uh, this is my portfolio, akash1362000.github.io, where you'll find all the information about me, like links to social media profiles as well. And down below here you can find my contact number. So uh, I would prefer WhatsApp messages over calls, because I would not be able to receive your calls and answer them. But yes, I can clear all your doubts on WhatsApp, preferably. Also, if you have any doubts, or you can't reach up to me, you can put that doubt on the group, so that our cloud lead or anyone else can get it resolved at the earliest. Okay, so this was for cloud track. Similarly, for a machine learning track, we'll have all the skill patches and as well. And for data science and machine learning track, we have our cloud lead, sorry, machine learning lead. Let me show you who is he. Just scroll down here. Yeah, this is Praful Mohanan. He's our machine learning lead, so he'll be guiding you for this machine learning track. So if you encounter any doubts, or if you have any queries related to this track, you can ask him. Okay, yeah. And by the way, this is our website, DSCDYPCOE. uh, DSCDYPCO is official website. So here you'll find information to our upcoming events, and all the articles and all that we publish, and how to become a member and all, and what are the uh, things which we have to provide. Okay, so you can also have a look at our team, wonderful team, so who will be guiding you along the way. So yes, that's all for now. And yeah, one more thing, if you have any doubts regarding other tracks, or how to complete those tracks, you can contact us, and we'll try to get it resolved. Again, one more thing, we are instructed to guide you only for these quests, and not for these challenge labs. So please make a note that you perform all these quests uh, independently and with full concentration, so that you can do the challenge lab. Because as instructed by Google Cloud team, we are not allowed to uh, show any video demonstration or something related to this challenge lab or how to solve this challenge lab. But yes, we can guide you along the way, like we can get your queries resolved regarding this challenge lab. So yes, this is what uh, I had to tell for now. And again, after for some queries, like I mentioned before, if you encounter this error, like if your account gets blocked, it how to then how to get it unblocked. And so I'll come up with an FAQ document soon, so wherein all the steps will be mentioned, like how to solve this issue and how to get your account back. Okay, so yes, one more thing. When you have to you can complete these tracks at your own pace. You have 30 days for it, like from October 1st to October 31st. So you can complete it within those time. And you can complete it in 1 day or 1 week, and whatever at your pace, whatever you feel that you can do in that time. And again, most important thing, credits which you get, the 600 credits are only those credits. Like after that you won't be getting a single credit from Google Cloud team. So use it wisely, and please don't waste it, because if you use all of your credits or waste them, then we won't be able to provide you credits further. So do make a note of that. And yes, one more thing, you can share these badges directly to your LinkedIn profile, which will help you enhance your profile and add weightage to your profile, portfolio, and resume as well. So that would be a great start to your cloud journey. And yes, you can then explore more in it. Okay, so that's all from my side for now. And if you have any queries, you can contact me. So yeah, thank you. Have a great day or evening, and or whenever you are watching this video, have a great time ahead. Thank you.